Welcome to humanity. This is Hour 1.
Whatever it takes, we got to say whatever it takes is what it took.
This is Brock Lesnar, and you're listening to FightNet Radio.
Hi, this is Manny Pacquiao. I'll fight anybody on FightNetRadio.com.
But it's a fact. You know what I mean? How dare them even challenge me, these fighters? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? With their primitive boxing skills. You know what I mean? They're as good as dead.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Fight Net Radio. Lee Honish, Andrew Lapache. Andrew's landing a jet in the background. What is that?
I don't know. Nothing going on in here.
Okay. Andrew Lapache, Lee Honish, talking about boxing. Boxing. The keyword is boxing. Boxing. A whole day without Raider talk.
Nothing happened.
I don't know. Nothing happened.
Nothing happened, Lee.
Nothing happened. Fair enough.
All right. We're on a week-to-week watch, you guys. When there's a land purchase, I'll let you guys know.
So funny. We talk about boxing here, and there is boxing news to talk about. We will start right off the top with a review of the Vasali. I'm adding the word "the" because I believe that he talks in the third person, and it's about the team, and I just get that vibe, don't you? Like they talk about him like he's third person.
Oh, yeah. They talk about him like he walks on water. You know, if you listen to him after the fight, he thinks he's becoming a fan favorite because his looks, Lee. Says he's a handsome guy. That's what I said. I know.
Simply ridiculous.
The whole night was. The whole night.
It was.
You know, the whole show. But look, I love his skills. Come on. We know he has skills. All right. That's not a mystery here. He's a gifted fighter. But HBO, they almost make it where you don't even like the guy. You don't even want to watch the fight. I swear, Lee, if I didn't have people over my house, I would have muted Saturday night. Just way too much. I know what I'm watching. I've watched the sport.
UFC. You were watching UFC.
No. I was watching Max Kellerman gonna cry. You know, Max Kellerman almost cried again last night because the guy was getting beat up. He was begging the ref to stop the fight. There's no reason why he has to end unconscious. Swear to God, he was saying that. HBO, they need to see if Max really likes boxing. I don't think he does.
I don't know what Max's story is. He's ridiculous.
It was. The commentating was, I'm tired of hearing that he's the best thing on the planet. He's the best defensive fighter. No, he's not the best. He's good. He's not Floyd Mayweather. He's not fucking Pernell Whitaker. This guy has 8 pro fights, people, and 1 defeat on a guy he's never rematched. Oh, they're talking rematch now. You remember, Lee, before the fight, me and you said after this one, they'll get Salido. It's been 3 freaking years, Lee.
Yeah, it's kind of pointless.
Right? I mean, he has like 15 losses probably now. I like Salido's response when Lomachenko said, I would like to fight Salido again. You know, when I fought him the first time, it was like a third grader fighting a senior. And this time I want to take him to the Lomachenko University. Salido responded with, I went to Lomachenko's University and I graduated with honors. That's a good comeback. So, yeah, they're probably going to make that fight now. The real big fight is when he moves up 5 pounds, okay? He's got Mikey Garcia up there. That's a huge fight. Jorge Linares. These are guys that are really going to test Lomachenko. You know, your Roman Martinez's, your Orlando Salidos. These are decent fighters. Nicholas Walters. These are good fighters, Lee, but they, as far as star power in the sport, they're nowhere near the ranking of a Mikey Garcia. Like, Mikey Garcia has basically beaten all 8 opponents, I believe, of Lomachenko already. HBO will tell you none of that, though. You know that dude Salido that went hard with that beat Lomachenko? I think Mikey got him out of there in 8. You might want to fact check that, but I don't think he went 12 with Mikey. Roman Martinez didn't go the rounds with him. So, you know, he has the Nicholas Walters fight, Lee. That's what they're going to ride on. Nicholas was undefeated. He was a power puncher, knocked out one of the best knockout punchers of this era in Donaire. So he had a lot going into that fight. Give Lomachenko credit. The Jason Sosa fight Saturday night, Lee, I didn't have it going 5 rounds. The kid did. Jason Sosa showed up. He did. I would like to see him back. I knew what he was up against. This kid, he's a very athletic fighter, not that good technically. That's his whole story. He takes a lot of punches, tries to land his power. And this night, he was going to take way too many punches to land his own. And that's exactly how it played out. It just too light on the feet, too fast with the hands, outboxed him every round, outlanded him. You've seen Sosa was out of his league, but he was landing. There were punches being exchanged. He hung in there for 9 rounds. He didn't fall. They stopped the fight. Okay, so Sosa, he has a lot to look up to leaving this fight. As far as Lomachenko, I don't know where they go with this guy. He already walks on water, to HBO, so where do you take him from here? Mikey Garcia's PBC. Mikey Garcia, I like Linares. I like Linares too. Both of them are excellent fighters, but Garcia, we all know, is the superstar that has just been put on the back burner from his own doing, getting out of Top Rank, getting into that whole lawsuit issue. It's been his own fault that he's not the front runner right now for any network. But Lee, it's Mikey Garcia. Mikey Garcia versus Vasily Lomachenko is one of the best lightweight fights I think they can put on in this era.
Yeah, I would agree, but it's not going to happen because they don't match up.
Well, we know definitely they want Salido first, and I think that, and I'm talking about Lomachenko, and I think there's a reason for that. Look at Vasily looked good. Lee, I don't know if you caught it. It looked like in the later rounds he did get a little bit tired in that fight. His punches looked like they were being pushed more than delivered with the force or power that they had in the early parts of that fight. Yes, he threw a lot of them. I'm not saying he didn't, but there was just a little bit off of him. And then you're talking about him going 5 more pounds up. I don't know. I don't know if he can go to lightweight. He might be maxed out right here.
We talked about this in the last show. I don't get the Vasily Lomachenko craze. I know they talk like he's in the third person. They talk like he's Floyd Mayweather.
Lee, hey, you're at
it's actual proof. I'm going to go out on a limb, and this might affect me getting credentials because I got a fight coming up at StubHub in a couple of weeks, and that's assuming that they listen to the shows. But I think Bob Arum might be senile because he talks about Lomachenko like the guy shits gold bricks.
And what's funny to me is I don't really see, okay, they say Lomachenko and Chocolatito were the 2 best fighters in the world. Arum said Lomachenko is better than Chocolatito even when they had him number 1. And it's like, who is he talking about? Is he just talking about HBO rankings? Because I really don't ever remember Chocolatito being the number 1 pound-for-pound fighter. It's either been...
He was on a couple of cards, but Bob was on that train, and I don't know why Bob was on that train so heavy either.
To me, the overall, in the boxer world, no, these 2 have never been that close to number 1. They're top 10. Not going to argue that, but to say they're better than Andre Ward or Triple G or Kovalev, come on. Serious now. 8 fights doesn't get you better than those men. I'm sorry, 8 fights, you guys? Stop it. Stop. One... Has he even unified a division? I don't even think he's unified, right, Lee? I mean, let's hit the brakes a little. What they don't understand is Saturday night, Lee, they told their audience, this man was like Mike Tyson, this man was like Prince Nasrid Hamad, Pernell Whitaker, Floyd Mayweather, Tony Pep. Like, are you shitting me right now? Are you really going to feed this to me every round? Did I say Prince Nasrid? Because they said him too.
Yes. He was a party waiting to happen.
He's everybody, Lee. He's everybody in one man.
Yeah, he is. I honestly don't get
That's
it.
What
I don't
know. Lee, Max Kellerman at 1.6 round, 7th round, he said he never seen a fighter hit someone and then actually feel the pain that he delivered for the fighter. I'm dead shit. You got to go back and listen to it. It's just he's never seen that before. I don't know. I don't know. Is he drinking? It was clearly Lomachenko making fun of Sosa. He hit him, and Sosa kind of crumbled, right? He got hit to the body. He felt it. And Lomachenko kind of, to me, mimicked him, like was clowning him. And he goes, "Oh, did you see that? I've never seen a fighter hit someone and then actually feel sorry for him."
Okay, let me pose this. Because his name is Lomachenko, do they want us to believe that he is all Russians fighting? Like he's got the same skill level as Kovalev?
Yeah, I don't know.
Are they literally riding on the Kovalev train?
No, it seems like Lomachenko with HBO. Lomachenko's on his own. I don't know why they're so high on him. And the same thing was,
I don't understand.
I like his style. Okay, don't get me wrong. He's siding. He's got good defense. They are the ones that turn me off. They're the ones because it's not that you see flaws. You just don't see perfection. Stop acting like it's perfection. Like nothing he does in the ring is wrong. This is, my God, he's walking on water, like I just said. He's not. He's not. Sosa, who is clearly underskilled, was still landing shots. Stop it.
Okay, so let's talk about the news that sort of came out today since we're recording a couple days after our normal.
Right.
They're talking about him fighting Flanagan next. Like, they're discussing this.
Yeah, Terry Flanagan, that's the UK guy, correct?
Yeah, right, which would put him on
a bigger map.
Bob, right, and it would get him into the Eddie Hearn cycle.
And I'm telling you, Lee, I don't know if they really want a Linares or a Garcia right now. This guy really didn't pass.
I don't think he needs a war. He certainly doesn't need anybody that's going to stand in there and bang with him.
And he doesn't need a technical boxer. You
Right.
see, when Lomachenko's skills is dipping and dodging punches, that's why they brought up the Prince Naseed kind of similarities. Who destroyed Prince Naseed?
Well, yeah.
Very technical boxer. Mikey Garcia is like that. Mikey Garcia stays behind a jab, right? He's more dangerous on the outside than he is the inside. I think they're trying to stay. And Linares, we all know, is a boxer puncher. Linares is nothing else but that. He's very technical. He's going to stay basics. Maybe they don't want that for him yet. You know?
Again, you've got to look at how narrow his selections are. It's going to have to be somebody who's promoted by Golden Boy or Top Rank. They're not going to go outside the family for this guy. They're just not.
If I don't know, Lee, they don't really have anyone, I think, left in Top Rank. De La Hoya is very slim right now in those divisions. I don't really see anything else but a Salido. Flanagan, yes. We all know that they're showing up to fights out there. You take Lomachenko out there, they'll do great numbers. And then you got to look at the two Latin fighters because it's time to make some money off of this guy. Look, I love the fight Saturday night, but what was that room? What was the capacity of that? 500 people? And really, they were there for the co-main event. Don't ask.
But by the way, that's what I've seen with them predominantly with Lomachenko fights.
Yeah.
He winds up in ballroom type settings.
Exactly. It looked like there was like one level of seating. I swear, it did not look big at all. Maybe that was me, but no, the place did not look big at all that he was in. And like I said, a lot of people were there for the co-main event. I don't know. It seemed like that guy was getting way more cheers than the main event did. And don't ask me to pronounce that man's name. Light heavyweight prospect, Lee, from, I believe, the Ukraine again. There was Russians all over this card. They're really coming hard right now. He looked great. He knocked out Gonzalez, the Cuban. He looked great, and he had a lot of fans there. So, and let me tell you, when Lomachenko did his interview after the fight, there wasn't that many people in the room. Not too many stood around to see their fighter do the interview. So I don't really know what his star power is over here yet. My whole thing, he's 29 years old. He's been fighting forever. He's got over 400 fights under his belt. That's another thing HBO needs to quit with the whole amateur record thing. Listen, Lee, me and you know, almost every legend in boxing has a great amateur record. Hello, that's what made them great, right? Right. I think all of them have over 250, 300 wins. Man, maybe he only has one defeat. Ricardo Lopez never lost in his life. So fuck your Vasily Lomachenko. Lopez tops him if you want to go off records. Just saying, Lee. I'm just saying. It's incredible.